Can Dogecoin double? All right, that's going to be the theme of this video and why I wanted to talk to you guys, because where we are at right now on the charts is providing a very unique opportunity. We've been around for a lot of these geopolitical, these conflicts overseas. In the Middle East, we've seen this with Ukraine. This is something where it is very unique because it does provide a lot of opportunity, and something where we were talking about Bitcoin just a little time ago, right? Touching 70,000, hitting all-time highs. Where were the altcoins and the meme coins do? What will they do? They will follow. And that's kind of where we had China, that heightened, what you could talk about a stimulus within the Chinese markets, influx into crypto. That's what we had going on. We were having double-digit gains back to back to back. And then all of a sudden, a couple missiles start flying, lives are lost, civilians are injured. And then now all of a sudden, crypto is kind of in this fearful state where if we look at it and we talk about it even further, the fear and greed index right now for crypto is at 39. So just to segue back into what we were talking about with Dogecoin and meme coins alike, this is a very unique buying opportunity, and that's what I'm going to share with you guys in this video. So welcome back. If you are new to the channel, appreciate you guys stopping by. If you haven't done so, make sure you all subscribe to this channel. Also give me a follow on X. The handle is at @TCryptoMark, and let's get into the news as it relates to Dogecoin. Okay, and as I'm going through this, guys, please remember this is not financial advice. It's just my thoughts and opinions as it relates to the entire cryptocurrency market. But in this video, we're going to kind of specialize more so in Dogecoin because that's why you guys are all here. We talk Dogecoin every single day, so let's get into it. Okay, 10 cents. We're still above a dime for Doge. 10.58 as we're currently recording. Essentially flat, only down 54.45 in the last hour. We have started to stabilize a little bit, but on the course of the day in the last 24 hours, down 1.89%, trading hands at a $15.4 billion market cap. So much more than a meme coin. This is a huge entity within the cryptocurrency sector, and it's something where I think it's too big to fail as we get further into this narrative where a lot of people think Dogecoin's dead. Okay, so that's not what we're going to do here. And yes, I do like talking about Dogecoin more when we're seeing double-digit gains, green candles and green crypto bubbles, and that's kind of why on days like this it's very hard to talk about. But when one door closes, another one opens, and that's why we have to talk about this unique opportunity that we have with Dogecoin. Okay, now what we have right now is Dogecoin is on the verge of a price breakout. If we do have this bullish crossover that we're seeing in terms of some of the TA, the Dogecoin price could double. Okay, that's what we're going to talk about. Obviously, this is just one opinion coming out from Ollie Martinez. Make sure you guys do your own research and due diligence, like I said. But the last two times Dogecoin had a MACD bullish crossover on the weekly chart, it rallied 90 and 180% respectively. Well, let's take a look at it. Let's see what's going on. All right, so if we look back in the Dogecoin, and I'll kind of measure this one off for you guys in the trading view, but down, like I said, almost 2% roughly. Over the last month, though, up 11.5%. We have given back a lot of these gains, and you can see what I'm talking about, right? When Dogecoin was right here, and I know this is the white background, so please forgive me, okay? But I'm going to try to pull this up for you guys real quickly. If you give me 1 second, that way you can see it. Now, if we measure this off and you see where Dogecoin was back in, let's say, July 15th of 2024, okay? Since it's having this recent resurgence, and then subsequently these are weekly candles and falling off, we are down effectively 25.42%. Now, from recent highs, if we go from where we were at right now to there, this is where you got to look at Dogecoin, and we'll measure this one off. And these are weekly candles, so it's going to be a little bit harder to put in perspective, but it's what I look at for illustration purposes. We did wick up, but from the top of this candle, okay, this is where we have dropped almost 15%, guys, roughly around 15% from that 12.45, 12.5 level all the way down to where we're at now, just a tick above a dime. Now, why I'm talking about this for you guys is just to put it in perspective. This is a very unique buying opportunity. I'm not going to tell you to buy Dogecoin, but I'm just going to tell you that if we do get this MACD bullish crossover, why would you not ignore the fact that the last two times this happened, we did see 90% and 180% in gains, respectively. Now, this is something where we do see this, and this is a very technical indicator used to measure crypto and price momentum. This is when a bullish crossover does occur. Now, the main question here is, okay, can Dogecoin double? Well, that's kind of what we talked about. We talked about doubling almost at 90% and doing almost a 200%, a 2x if we did hit that 180% that we saw the last time this crossover did occur. Now, if this is going to happen like we saw back in February of 2024, that's where we got as high. This is where we saw back in 2023 when we were at 0.61, and then February 2024, it was at 0.85, and now we are at 10 cents or a little bit above that. That means that the MACD bullish crossover that we could have right now would be higher than these two previous times. It's kind of an interesting way of thinking about it, right? If history repeats. Now, for me, we all know what's coming with Elon. We all know what's coming possibly with the steam coming out with the Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, within Donald Trump, if he was to be elected. We don't know where that's headed. Okay, that's all speculation. It's all hearsay. And quite frankly, it really doesn't matter, because I've talked to you guys a lot about Elon Musk and Dogecoin, and how I'm more comfortable without them. I want to see Dogecoin do more intrinsic gains. And what I mean by that is I want them to be organic. I want Dogecoin to get back up to 40 cents on the likes of them just being Dogecoin, not just because Elon Musk decided to tweet 10 times. All right. That's kind of how I look at it. There is some more important things to talk about outside of the MACD bullish crossover, and that is the fact that over the last 6 months, Dogecoin addresses have reached almost 85,000. Okay, now that's something where we do see a lot of bursting within this network activity, but they oftentimes precede a lot of big market moves that we see on the charts. So a couple things to keep in mind. This is where we do look for Dogecoin to get back over 20 cents. And from right here, guys, that would be a 100x, or I'm sorry, a 100% gain, a 1x it would double from the time that I'm recording if we were to hit 20 cents or higher. Now, that's kind of the take-home message. I wanted to put this in perspective to you because historically it's relevant. It's happened twice in the past, and this is the third time it's happening. So if it happens again, I truly feel like it's something where crypto sometimes can often behave in a very programmed manner. So, call it price manipulation, call it buying the rumor, selling the news, whatever you may call it, doesn't really matter. All that I can tell you right now definitively is that this has happened twice, and this is very good stuff as we point out that this bullish crossover is happening a third time in this very short time period where we have seen this occur and have gains of 90 and 180% respectively. So you want to stay tuned in to what's going on with Doge. Like I said a little bit earlier, right now we're dealing with a lot of stuff outside of crypto that's kind of suppressing all of crypto, right? What's going on with the Middle East, it's horrible. It's a very, very kind of inhumane thing. I don't really see any reason or purpose for anybody or any bloodshed over there, but it's been going on for hundreds of years. And so, me sitting here on my recording and making these videos for you, there's nothing really I can do to help or to inhibit that from happening. And it's just kind of the reality, unfortunately, and we have to deal with it. And if we are trading crypto, which, in that same breath is very much minute, I know everybody cares about their money and their value and their worth, but life's are just so much far precious than that. So it comes down to that. That's what the ultimate summation is of this piece. Is yes, we are primed for a very big bullish breakout where the price of Dogecoin could double or even higher. But relatively speaking, with what's going on, it's very hard to kind of be happy if that were to happen. But I do think it provides a unique opportunity because of the fact that prices are down. We had some huge gains, some huge momentum, and then all of a sudden, boom, all that China stimulus was obviously washed away. And then now the attention is all into the fearful eyes of what's going on in the Middle East and in Israel and kind of the, that whole crisis that's going on and conflict that's really starting to have an effect on the crypto market. Now, I do want to kind of end with this, and I will kind of end on a brighter note with what we had recently with Russia and Ukraine. I fell victim to it. I made the sick mistake of selling a lot of crypto for losses because I thought we were on the verge of World War III. And digital assets are going to be the ones that got hit the hardest. And we were down 50% overnight, and then the next day we were up 60%. So we ended up having a net gain in just less than 48 hours. So it's always important to keep your eye on the prize, what your goals are in crypto. It's always important to have goals, follow the markets every day, and then make the best decisions for you and your financial interests. So that's what I'm here to provide you with. I hope you all enjoyed this article and kind of my thoughts about this recent history and this trend. If you did, make sure you all subscribe right down below. Also, feel free to give me a follow on X @TCryptoMark. The handle is in the bottom left of your screen, and we'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.